Hello everyone and welcome back to Hannah's Happy Home. In today's video, we are going to be giving the boys' bedroom / playroom a much needed makeover by cleaning, decluttering, organizing. We are going to be making some DIY built-ins for this closet, adding shelving. As you can see, their bunk bed is broken. It has been for a while, so we are going to be building a new bunk bed, adding a new mattress, bedding, decor, just giving their room a complete overhaul and refresh in today's video. So I was showing you the before of their bedroom, and now we are going to get started by cleaning. So I'm starting off right here by the door along the right wall at this toy storage area. I pulled out these bins, went through everything. My goal today was to just get rid of a lot of items. We just don't need as many toys anymore. I know which toys they actually play with every day, and the boys usually do a good job of keeping their room cleaned up. It's part of their daily chores. They make their bed, tidy their room, but things have just gotten a little crazy in here, and it was time to come in here and do just a complete overhaul, get rid of some items and add better storage. So I am going to be moving one of these units out of the room and just putting it in one of our closets because we don't need to have as many toys in here. So this is going to free up some extra space and also clutter. You can see how dirty the floor was back here because it had been a long time since I pulled out these storage units, cleaned the floor, the wall, the trim. So I am cleaning all of that, wiping down the walls, vacuuming, dusting, and I wanted to remind you to stay tuned. Today's video isn't just cleaning, we're just doing some cleaning here at the beginning, and then we are going to be organizing and also, like I said, taking down their old bunk bed, building a new bunk bed, and then I'm also going to walk you through how Jalen made some DIY shelving for this closet. We're going to get that installed, painted, and just do kind of a new organizational system in there, and also for the Legos as well. So stay tuned, there is just a lot coming up in today's video. So it was time to get rid of these two large baskets in their room. This one was kind of coming apart and it was always shedding everywhere. This other one is coming apart and then it's missing a handle. The two other handles are broken. I tried to fix them, but they broke again. So just getting rid of those baskets, and then I went and got the 3 baskets from Levi's room, and we are going to use them in this room now. I found over the years that you do not need to fill your kids' playroom and bedroom with toys. It's going to be too overwhelming for them. Just have what you know they are actually going to play with, and if you keep things a bit minimal, they will actually play with all their toys. I know you see me go through this room a lot, and we've done several projects in this space, but it's just because this is where our boys spend the majority of their time. They love this room, it's their hangout space, so we're just always trying to keep it functional for them, and they're constantly growing and changing.
From Mommy's toe. It's 45.
This was really cute of Levi. I'd stubbed my toe and he heard me yell out, so he ran in the room and wanted to pray for me. He's so sweet. As I was saying, when you're decluttering a kid's room, it's helpful to make 3 piles. So keep, donate, and trash. And I like to work my way along the walls section by section, cleaning and decluttering as I go. Sometimes when I'm doing this, I like to just work solo and then call the kids in for certain sections. Like when I get to their Lego table, I call them in and have them pick up everything off the floor, clear off the table, having them help me, and also in the closet and stuff. But when I'm working on other sections, I kind of like to work alone, especially if I know I'm going to be getting rid of some toys. It just depends, but definitely get your kids involved, if not at least just for half of the decluttering process, and they can see how they can keep their room organized and cleaned in the future. For most weeks, they clean up their room every day, and then I come in once a week to reset their room and just kind of give it a mom cleaning. But we had all been slacking over the last last couple weeks, and then there was also just quite a few projects that we're going to do in here as well, as you will see here in a couple minutes. So all of that just kind of inspired me to do this video. I wanted to let you know that I will have this skirt link down below. It's from Salt and Honey Modest Clothing. I have shared their clothing before here on my YouTube channel. I do have a discount code. You can get 10% off with my code Hannah10. They have so many different skirts, dresses, modest clothing to pick from. They are really sweet and just such an awesome small business. This is the end of day one. We are now done with the cleaning and decluttering. I got an entire garbage bag full of trash, and now the second half of the video we are going to be building DIY shelves, adding some more furniture to this room, so stay tuned. Good morning, everyone. So I am doing my skincare routine before I get ready for the day, and I just wanted to show you some of the products that I've been loving. Love these Typology skincare products because they use minimal ingredients and made with over 80% ingredients of natural origin. Their goal is to keep only the essentials in their products, and that is what I'm always looking for in a skincare product because I do have sensitive skin. So right now I start off my skincare with a cleanser, and this is the Typology Hydrating Cleansing Milk. So I have two different serums here, and I will use these once a day. So the hydrating serum is to hydrate, plump, and smooth the skin, and then the radiant serum with the vitamin C helps dull, tired skin, which is what I deal with. Like I said, I've been using vitamin C for 2 years, and I've really noticed a huge difference. And I put them on before my moisturizer because you want to top everything off with your moisturizer just to lock in that moisture. This is their 9-ingredient face moisturizer. And then the last product I have here is their 10-ingredient body moisturizer, and you can actually get this for free today. So if you click my link, you can receive a free full-size 10-ingredient body moisturizer with your purchase of $40 or more. It's a limited time offer. There's no promo code. You just go and click my link. I love that. It is not scented. It smells like coconut oil because that is one of the main ingredients. I always feel so much better after doing my skincare routine. My face feels brighter and fresh. Thank you to Typology for sponsoring today's video. And now let's continue on with today's video. Okay, so we're going to finish this closet organization, and then we're going to put together a new bunk bed for the boys, bring a new mattress in here. So there's a lot more that I want to get done. I was actually gone over the weekend. It was a quick 72-hour trip. I flew to Indiana to surprise my dad for his 60th birthday, which was really special. Got to have lots of good times with my family. And then I got back home yesterday morning. So it's been a couple days since I did the organizing and cleaning in here. Everything from their closet has just kind of been sitting in the middle of the room. So I'm ready to get this finished today, get everything put back in the closet. The first thing that we're going to do is to bring Levi's dresser back here and put it in the boys' closet. That way they can have extra storage in their closet, and it will also give us something to build those shelves up against. Levi is actually going to be switching rooms next month. We are going to turn our guest room into Levi's room / the guest room, so stay tuned for that project. So once we get the dresser back here, Jalen and I are going to build some DIY shelving. Last week before I left on my trip, Jalen and I had a date in Tucson. We spent the day going to his doctor appointment. We had brunch at First Watch, which was delicious. Definitely going back there again. And then we went to Lowe's and we picked up some things for a couple different projects and also the wood that we would need for this closet. So we got a sheet of plywood that Jalen is going to be cutting down for these shelves, and then we'll have the dresser in the middle, and then I'm going to keep the right side of the closet open. That way I can still stack containers in there, and we can also hang some clothes up on that side as well. So let's get started with this project today. A lot more coming up in this video as we work on this DIY closet organization, and then we build a new bed for the boys and put a new mattress in here with new bedding, and just kind of continue working at finishing their room and making it more functional for them. So I hope you continue enjoying the rest of today's video, and if you are enjoying today's video, be sure that you give it a thumbs up.
it backwards to make myself a little pilot hole, and then go forward and wood and split. Oh, the floor is level. It does fit, so we'll just leave that like that. And then we'll work on the bottom one first.
So Jalen is just using a sheet of plywood to build these shelves, and this is called blonde wood. I'll put the video of the exact tag from Lowe's here on the screen if you want to screenshot that. This plywood is amazing for building stuff like this, but he does wish that he would have got the one that's the next shelf up that's a little bit thicker, sturdier. That one was $60 some and this one was $39, so quite a bit of a price difference there, but Jalen thinks it definitely would be worth it, and if we would build these again, he would pay the extra to get the thicker plywood. But it still did turn out great. These shelves are very sturdy. He did such an amazing job on this. In the future, we might add shelves to the other side of this dresser as well, but for now we still do want to be able to stack bins over here. And just having at least 3 more shelves in this closet is such a game changer and was really nice when I was organizing everything back into the closet. Those shelves are getting painted white, but I have to wait for the caulking to dry before I can paint the shelves. So while that is drying, we are going to move on to the next project, which is to take the boys' bunk bed apart and set up their new bunk bed. So this bunk bed has been moved 2 different times. It actually fell out onto the road during our second move, and so it's been kind of broke since then, but then it really broke a couple months ago, and this top rail was basically about to fall off. It couldn't be fixed, so it was time to swap out for a different bunk bed. We have had this bunk bed for around 8 or 9 years now. This time we wanted to get a bunk bed that was a twin on the top and then a double on the bottom. That way, if they have cousins over for a sleepover, there's an extra spot to sleep, just a little extra room if Levi wants to have a sleepover in here. It's just going to be nice to have that double bed. I will link this bunk bed down below. It is also from Amazon, just like our previous bunk bed. The price was really great. The quality seems like it's really good, but it is a process to put together. This thing does arrive in what seems like a million pieces. This took us probably 2 hours to piece together. I like that it has the option to have the ladder either on the left side or the right side. Something else I like about this bed is how much space there is underneath, so I can fit a vacuum all the way underneath this bed and keep it a lot cleaner. You saw how dirty it was underneath the previous bunk bed, and we can also store a lot underneath of this bed as well. The boys already want to have like a hideout under here. Now, since this is a double on the bottom, we were needing a new mattress, but I just went back and got our guest mattress, which is a double, and brought that into this room to use for the bunk bed because we are getting a queen mattress to use as our guest mattress. something that's a little bit bigger, and it's just going to work out for any guests that we might have. I also had to get a new bedding set from Betty's because the previous one was a twin size and I needed a double. This is the Remington bedding set from Betty's. I love the color, the material. It's great for a boy's bedroom. It matches their room really well, and their little accent pillows with the tiny planes are also from Betty's as well. I'll have my link down below. Their bedding is amazing and just so great for kids because it's super easy for them to make their beds in the morning. This is zipper bedding, so this is all one piece, but you can zip off the top entirely and make it into two pieces for when you wash the bedding. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do on this day is to paint the shelves, and then we'll start on day 3 of this project, which was just doing the finishing touches, organizing everything back in the closet, and I'll also be bringing in that shelving unit from Levi's room and using that to store all of the boys' books. Just really nice to now keep everything in one place, and we love how their room turned out. Stay tuned to see the final reveal at the end of this video. It just feels so good to have this room reset. It's much more functional. The boys just love it, and they've been doing a good job at keeping it cleaned up. So when I was cleaning out the closet, I was sorting through items as I was taking them out of the closet and making 3 different sections, which was keep, donate, and trash. I was able to declutter a lot of items, and then even as I was putting everything back in the closet that I thought I was going to keep, I did still find a few more things that we could get rid of, but still wanted to keep items that they love and that they're using. They're little boys, they collect a lot of different things. Having this dresser in the closet is so nice because it can hold all of those little items, and it's great to have this extra storage in their room. So another piece that we took from Levi's room was this shelving unit. It's actually for toy storage, and it has even more storage in the back, but I thought this would be perfect for all the boys' books. Previously, they had their books stuffed into that rack, and then all of the chapter books were in my office, and I just wanted to be able to keep all of their books on a bookshelf in one place in their room. They love to read books, and so this worked out perfect. It held all of the books that the boys have, and then we still have some of their taller books over in those racks on the wall. With this project, I wanted to use items that we already had on hand as much as possible. Okay, so the boys' bedroom is complete. I will give you a really quick tour before I close out this video. I do have 1 or 2 more little projects I want to do in here probably next month, but it is looking so much better. The clutter is gone. So I did move their dresser over to this wall, and maybe eventually we can just keep all their clothes in the closet, but for now we are still keeping their clothes in the dresser. They have a basket with some of their treasures, and then Kyle recently built this with his grandpa, and so that's really special. He built some little furniture inside. We are down to just 1 toy unit now, and this is Levi's little section, and when the little cousins come over, they'll play with these toys as well. Magazine basket, and then the reading corner, a basket full of their stuffed animals, and then this used to be over in Levi's room, but I moved it over here. That way we could put all of their books on this bookshelf. I think they're going to really love having all of their books in one place. Then up on top, we've got their CDs, tapes, oil diffuser, and a lamp. So this wall is peel and stick wallpaper from Wall Blush. They're a local small company up in Phoenix, Arizona, and we love how this turned out. We're always really impressed with their wallpaper. And then in this corner, we have the new bunk bed. It's a double on the bottom and a twin on the top. The boys were so excited to sleep in here last night, and they are loving it. Also have some new Betty's bedding on this bed. And then over here we have the Lego area. Our boys love Legos, so we want them to have a large space where they can build and they keep their creations either up here on the table, or I did add these shelves a few months ago. We are now keeping all of their Legos in these 2 plastic tubs, and it's actually been working out really well. On this wall we have their closet, and then this basketball net, and then also some more books. This one just fell down, so I need to fix that, but I'll give you a quick tour of their closet. We have boots and shoes up on the top shelf that they're growing out of, or they're going to grow into, and then some winter clothes and different storage up in the corner. On this curtain rod I have their button-up shirts, and then over here we have clothes that Owen will grow into, some extra things up on top of there, and then these 2 bins are their memory bins. And then up here on the hooks is all of their backpacks, camelbacks, travel bags, everything like that. It is so nice to have a dresser in this closet for extra storage because little boys collect so many different things. It's just great to have a spot where they can put all of these random items. I did go through and get rid of a lot of stuff, but there still was quite a bit left over that we needed to organize into here. This is some games, and then I'm keeping their coats in this drawer, Kyle's binoculars. Down in these bottom drawers I have an empty drawer, and then this is just some random items. Jalen did such a good job on these shelves. They turned out amazing and was exactly what this closet needed. I was able to store some of their random items up in these baskets, and then they've got headphones in this clear acrylic container. Their sneakers and boots are on the middle shelf, and then this shelf has some Lego items, Owen's special boxes here, and then this basket is full of all of their Lego manuals. That is how the closet is looking. It feels so good to have this done, and I feel like I've got it set up in a way now that it's going to be really easy for the boys to keep this room organized and clean, hopefully. So that is where I'm going to close off today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that it gave you a lot of great different ideas, whether that was decorating ideas, decluttering and organizing motivation, or cleaning motivation. Hopefully it was just helpful and you enjoyed the video today. Thank you each so much for watching, and I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye.